I'm like almost done it. My mom just sneezed. I'm like almost Hello, how are ya? I'm doing great in case you're wondering. I'm not. I'm going a little bit stir crazy. It is day like 1062 of my self-isolation. I literally have not left my house in a month. I started self-isolating on March 16th. It is now April 16th, so I'm going a little bit stir crazy, which is actually why you guys are standing up on my bookcase, because I've been in my bed for far too long to the point where now lying down hurts. So I've taken to just like doing laps around my room. But today, for this weekend, these next 4 days, I'm participating in the Reading Rush Stay at Home edition because, you know, I got nothing else to do. So I originally was not going to participate, but I figured, you know, I want to be part of the community. So here we are. I have 4 books that I'm going to try to read. I've actually read 20 books this month already. I don't know if these are actually going to be read because I'm kind of sick of reading at this point because I've read 20 books in 16 days. But I figured I'd share with you guys what my TBR is for the next 4 days, and we'll see how it goes in this vlog. The first challenge is read a book that takes place somewhere you want to go. And I want to be anywhere but here, so I could literally pick any book on my shelf, but I chose What I Lost by Alexandra Ballard. I only chose this because it's part of my 5-star predictions books, so I need to read it anyways. I figured it does not take place in Canada, at least I don't think so. I'm assuming it takes place in the States, which I would love to come visit the States again because you guys have Target and Canada doesn't have Target, so we're going with that one for this one. It's honestly just because I need to read this book anyway. Next challenge is to read a book with a house on the cover. I actually had a really hard time finding a book with a house on a cover, which is surprising because I thought it would be really easy. It's not, but I finally found one. It is Hideaway. This is by Nicole Lundgren. Do I know what this book is about? No. I think they're all trapped in the house. Wow, relatable. I lied. It's about some little boy who runs away and hides away in a the homeless person's house, which makes no sense because you can't be homeless and have a house, but it's like a abandoned house where homeless people stay and he goes and lives there, and it's like the story of that. So I only picked it because it got a little housey house. Look at that, so cute. The next challenge is to read a book in the same place. Hello, I have not left my room in a month, so this is my book that I'm choosing. It's The Wife Between Us by Greer Hendricks and Sarah Pekkanen. I'm not gonna lie, I've already started this book. I'm like halfway through it. A lot of people hated this book, but honestly, I'm listening to it on audiobook, so maybe that helps, but I'm enjoying it. It's an interesting time. It's about this wife who gets replaced by some younger version of her, and it's like stalking and like being all jealous, and like so far so good. So, and then the last challenge is to read a book that will make you happy, and y'all are gonna be like, what the hell, you're fucking crazy, and you're not wrong. But I chose Darling Rose Gold by Stephanie Rorbel, and I chose this because thrillers always make me happy because that's the genre I prefer to read, so I usually get like a thrill and excited when I'm reading them. Apparently this one is a really good one, so I've literally read the first chapter. From what I understand from other people, it kind of like takes after the Gypsy Rose case, if you guys are familiar, where it was this girl who her mom like kept her sick for 18 years and then people found out that she wasn't actually sick, and then she sent her mom to jail. But it's like similar to that, but now the mom is being released from jail after 5 years, and the daughter's like, come live with me, I love my mom, moms are great, and then is actually just for revenge. So I'm hoping somebody gonna die because I need that excitement in my life right now. So it's currently like 11 a.m. on April 16th. I woke up at 6 o'clock and I told myself, hey, you know, since you're up, great time to start your reading. And then I promptly rolled over and went back to sleep until 9 o'clock. So, and then I had to do homework because if you don't know, I'm in teachers college. That's a whole nother thing. Being online is not a good time for teachers college. It makes it a lot more difficult, but we'll talk about that later, I'm sure, because I like to complain about it. I did homework for about an hour till like 10, and then I watched the latest episode of Riverdale. If you guys have watched Riverdale, that show is such a train wreck. It's one of those shows that like you have to keep watching because it's such a train wreck. They always have one musical episode every single season, and none of the actors or actresses can sing except Tony, but she's also like a singer, so it makes sense. But it is so bad, but I just giggle at it the entire time because it's such a train wreck. Besides the point, it's now like 11 o'clock, so we're gonna start actually reading. Gonna read this one. I'm like almost done, like over halfway done, so hopefully we can finish this. Gonna pace around my room because that's what I'm doing because I can't lie down anymore. So I'm reading The Wife Between Us right now, and the husband just like gifted his wife a German Shepherd for like protection, which like ew, but also like you just got gifted a German Shepherd and you're upset about it, and I'm very confused about why you're upset about it. Like sure, two pit bulls like lunged at you when you were younger, but also like shut up, you just got a dog for a present. Like if my husband gave me a dog as a present, I would be so freaking excited. Like look, I got a German Shepherd stuffed animal right now, and like the fact that you're upset that you got a real German Shepherd is just very upsetting to me because I want a dog so bad and I don't have one, and you just like got one handed to you and you're complaining, and I feel like that is a problem and you need to be eliminated. So I'm hoping that she dies. Okay, I take back what I said about the wife needing to be eliminated because she doesn't like the dog, because she actually does really like the dog, and it's actually the husband who's a piece of shit who like got rid of the dog. So the husband needs to die. Just flip the switch, you know? Side note, I'd like to make a complaint about one of the challenges. So Wife Between Us, I'm reading for the stay in one place challenge, and I'm used to with audiobooks being able to like get up and go somewhere else when I want something, like a cookie. So the fact that I have to pause the audiobook, go get the damn cookie, come back to eat it so that I can keep listening to the book is really annoying, and I'm over it, but I must complete this challenge, so I'm gonna keep doing it. But I just want you all to know I'm very annoyed by it. So it's now 4:30. I just finished The Wife Between Us, and I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 stars. I am actually pleasantly surprised with it because a lot of people gave it like a 2 out of 5. My mom said she had a super difficult time getting into it, but like I was here for it. I really liked it. A lot of people said it was like super predictable and like really obvious what the big twist was going to be, but like my dumbass didn't understand what it was going to be until it happened. So I love when that happens to me because it rarely does. So I gave it a 4 out of 5. I listened to it on audiobook though, and the way that the narrator like told the story made it very like spooky and creepy, and like you didn't really know what was going on in her head. And I am like a huge fan of unreliable narrators, so I personally really liked it. But like I said, a lot of people gave it like 2 stars. So if you're like interested in reading it, go into it with like caution because a lot of people hated it, but I was not one of them, thankfully. ABC has a Disney sing-along tonight at 8, so I'm like basically just waiting for that to happen because I'm so excited. If you guys don't know, I'm like the biggest fan of Disney ever. Like my pillowcase is the Seven Dwarfs. As you can see, I just moved my phone because it fell, but I like love Disney, so I'm really excited about this, like way too excited for a 24-year-old, but whatever, besides the point. I'm going to read Darling Rose Gold until 8 o'clock when this whole Disney sing-along is happening, but I don't know, I might film, I might not. We'll see what we're feeling at 8 o'clock, but I'm excited. Hi, me again, obviously, because this is my channel, but I changed my TBR already. It's now 6 o'clock and I was lying in my bed reading Rose Gold, but my back is hurting again because, like I said, I can't lie down anymore because I've been lying down too much. So I have to pace, which means I needed an audiobook, which meant none of the books that I had on my TBR were audiobooks, so I had to switch it up. So I actually have Wind Witch here, and if you look close enough, which I don't know if it'll actually show up right here, there's like a castle, house, fortress thing, so I'm counting it as it's a house. You know, this would not be a J video if there wasn't any cheating involved, because I always cheat on my TBRs. Any challenge that there is, I always find some loophole. So that's my loophole for today. because I need an audiobook, and you know, this is an audiobook and it was in the library, and I have to read this one because it's been on my shelf for 1,000 years, and I read Truthwitch like 2016 or whenever it came out, so it's about time for this one to get off my shelf because I didn't really like Truthwitch. I think I gave it a 3, and like if you watched my unhaul videos, then you know that like if I give a book a 3-star or less, then it goes to the thrift store because I don't need it on my shelf. But I've kept Truthwitch for this longest time because I didn't want to have the sequel on my shelf without the first book. You know what? My logic never makes sense. We should all know this by now, but the point is this is going to get done in this readathon so I can get rid of the series.
There's no man in town as admired as you. You're everyone's favorite guy. Everyone's awed and inspired by you, and it's not very hard to see why. No one's slick as Gaston, no one's quick as Gaston, that's incredibly thick as Gaston. No man in town half as manly as me. You're Paramount. You can ask any Tom, Dick, or Stanley, and they'll tell you whose team that they're on. So it's like my favorite. Oh, she's so cute! I can't dance like that. I can do that. The seaweed is always greener in somebody else's lake. You dream about going up there, but that's a big mistake. Just look at the world around you. There in the ocean floor, such wonderful things around you. God knows what you're looking for under the sea. Oh, under the sea. I can't do. Oh! I can't sing and dance at the same time. It's enough for this restless warrior just to be with you. Can you feel the love tonight?
Why does she have her own microphone in the place? Everybody else.
Because Christina.
I know, but everybody else is just singing.
Because she's dramatic.
Yeah, I guess.
She's a diva.
Like you?
Yes. That wanderer that we got this far. Oh, I can't do that. Can you feel? Sing to your dog. The love tonight. I'll sing to him, but she's not. How is laid to rest? It's enough to make kings and vagabonds. I don't even know what that word means. Read best. Can you feel the love tonight? Ooh, can't do that. Sweating. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds. What does that even mean? The very best. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds. Leave the very best. Oh, you see that? Like, she's like, you didn't even blow it! Do you want to build a snowman? Or ride a bike around the halls? I think somebody is overdue. I've started talking to the pictures on the walls. It gets a little lonely. There's empty rooms, just watching the hours tick by. Build a snowman. They didn't do that part.
Hi, it's now day 2 of the reading rush. I have done absolutely no reading this morning. There have been 0 pages read in this house. I had a conference call for my science project with a bunch of my classmates. We have this huge like unit plan due at the beginning of May, so we just kind of like worked on that for 2 hours. It's almost 12 o'clock, so I need to get some food because I haven't eaten yet. I've literally just had coffee, which is not, you know, the healthiest thing to just have in your body. You need sustenance, you need the food, so we're gonna go figure out what we have in this house because there's not much. But after that, I'm going to continue on with Wind Witch. I'm like halfway-ish through, like a little bit less than halfway, and it is so freaking boring. I honestly don't really remember that much of the first book, so I had to like go look on like a summary page where like they tell you what happened in the book because I did not remember anything. And the second book is just boring. Like I honestly just don't care about it, but I'm one of those people who have like a really hard time DNFing books because I'm like, I spent money on this, like I need to finish it because I spent the money. It's not the most logical, but that's just the way I am, so I'm pushing through. It'll probably be like a 2-star at best, but you know, it's fine. But yeah, that's the plan for the next little while. I need to go figure out what I'm gonna eat and then hopefully finish this so I can move the fuck on.
Can we just take in how I said I needed to be healthy and have sustenance, and this is what I choose? I mean, like, good choice on my part because cheese sticks are the bomb, but definitely not healthy.
Okay, so it is 6:40. I've been drinking because I finished Wind Witch. And I deserve this because of how freaking boring this book is. Oh my gosh. Like, I thought it was gonna be cool because like pirates and like shit's supposed to be exploding and whatnot, but like it was so boring, and you would think like a book about pirates would be a good time. Pirates and witches. But no, it was boring, and I'm just like over it. It was just boring, so I'm done with this. Let's go into the thrift store. Curtis, want to come say hello? No, he doesn't. Okay. I don't really feel like reading anymore because I'm just over it at this point. So I'm gonna keep drinking, and you don't know what I'm gonna do for the rest of the night. We have a friend. You're gonna be too tall. Hi.
Hi. I'm the awkward bookworm. Hi.
Curtis still has to work, which means he's gonna get COVID and then we're all gonna die. Oh. Good. So, signing off. Bye.